Ahoy, shipmates! Oh, it's early morning for a live stream. This must be the earliest morning. And we've had some awful weather this morning. I've had to abandon all hope droning from the speedboat this morning and doing the live stream that way, just because the weather has been so awful unpredictable. And until just a few minutes ago, we couldn't even see Cowshot spit. It completely disappeared in the rain. Bad weather, but just as Iona was coming around Cowshot, spit.
Go around me, Stearns. Keep up to the reds. I'll go do this pull and stay in the middle.
Yeah, just as Iona was coming Cowshot spit, the weather opened up a little, actually generating quite a nice silhouette feature. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the earliest I've ever live streamed. Well, in fact, I know it's the earliest I've ever. Originally, she was going to arrive early in the morning. I think the changing weather conditions have caused a rather uneven arrival time. There are a couple of tugs down at Cowshot. He is supposed to be coming in with a water salute, and the tugs are spraying from their fire hoses all the way up the Southampton water. I can see the tugs are down there, so there's looks like that part of the ceremony will be going ahead. I'm not sure how much we will be able to see of Iona because just fortunately disappearing into the weather again. Really has been coming and going a lot this morning. Iona this morning arrives from Rotterdam. She's been doing some sea trials in the North Sea. Now look at that, see how she's almost gone already. This is going to be a challenging morning visually, but stay tuned because as soon as she gets close to the dock here, we will, even bad weather, we are close enough to get a fantastic view. I'll take this opportunity to greet all you shipmates that have joined me on board this morning, and thank you all for coming on so bright and early. Alex Brown, he's heading down to get a few pics of Iona. Ahoy there, shipmates. Town Quay will probably be your best bet for getting a few photographs of Iona. Oh, ahoy there, James. Port cam is very clear. Let's on port cam, shall we? Yep, so this will be the view on port cam when Iona gets much closer. Oh, like I say, I don't think I'll have any difficulties getting a good view of when she's closer. Just unfortunate at the moment. You like it, see the other end of ports, the weather's closed in again. It is just not a great weather day. But if we go back to cruise cam, somewhere over there between the slightly lighter grey bits at the top and the slightly darker grey bit at the bottom. Ahoy, Jonah Peters. You live in Southampton. Will I be able to see the naming ceremony if I go down to Mayflower? Not from Mayflower, no. If the naming ceremony is taking place at the Ocean Terminal, the best bet to see that will be from the end of Town Quay. I'm not 100% sure. That looks to me where they've been setting up the light show Ocean Terminal. I believe there's some chap called Barlow who's singing, but down there as well. And I think live streamed P&O's website. P&O only customers. They're doing a virtual ceremony rather than a genuine, real one. People. Boy, there's Stuart Tuttle on Cowes seafront. Just started raining again, breezy. Yeah, that rain is just coming in waves. Unfortunately. Yep, it is certainly good. Lush Bristol, lad. Oh, there, shipmate. Yes, it is awful weather for May. We will have an opportunity here, though. Is why we're waiting for the super yacht Zen just departing. Looking all shiny and new. Just finished being built this year and just being delivered to her new owner. The red navigation light on the side, the red light meaning the port side. Perhaps she's going out to have a better view of Iona going down Southampton water. I'm hoping that by the time this the weather seems to be coming across in waves at the moment. You seem to have there's like a wave of distant heavy rain that keeps coming up the Southampton water. We're currently in one, so I think by the time this little wave rain comes over us, Iona should be a lot closer. So it's not a total tragedy. We get to see Super Yacht Zen instead. Oh, ahoy there, Tony Mullins from a sunny Staffordshire. Should tell you, Tony, no one likes to show off. Ahoy, Tracy A from a sunny Yorkshire. Okay. A message to you, Tracy. Oh, and ahoy there, Alex Crawford from my coffee break on the Jewel of the Seas in a sunny Cadiz. Okay, right. I feel a theme here. I appreciate that you're all having lovely weather elsewhere in the world. You just enjoy it. Hope that we get some decent weather here. Sunny Cadiz, eh, Alex Harbour? You must be having a good time. Oh, on your coffee breaks, that means you must be crew then, perhaps. Let us know what you do. You can get the captain on board, have a little tour of the bridge. Ahoy, Finley D. I'm wondering why P&O aren't allowing everyone to watch it. Yeah, I sort of do as well. It's more of a privilege thing. If you're a P&O customer, you get to experience it. I don't know. Oh, Barlow. Okay. Ahoy there, Kevin Reeves. Barlow is singing in the 710 Club, so won't be able to see him from the quayside. Well, that's a relief. I don't know what he looks like, so zooming in on the wrong. Ahoy there, Andy Jones watched her pass Ride Pier earlier. Pretty good views.
Hi, I'm Mavic, thank you.
Pretty good views until she got to Cowshot. All the rain coming in waves. Yeah, that's definitely the flavour of the day, is the rain in waves. Anyway, you can see the ocean terminal here. This is where Zen is just coming up behind. The ocean terminal is where Iona will dock eventually, probably in about hour and a half time. She might be slightly ahead of schedule. There's some ambitious rowers out there I can see coming past the Empress Dock. There are quite a few rowing clubs on the Itchen. Want to be out rowing in this sort of weather? Does look like it's clearing up a bit. Look like clearing up a bit, so let's have a... Fortunately, we have a rather inconveniently rain obscuring our view, and then an even more inconveniently parked row ship don't know if you can see anything. No. No, nothing yet. Oh, there, Melissa Croxton, sending the sun from the Midlands. Excellent, thank you very much. If you could send it for delivery before 9 o'clock, that would be much appreciated. Oh, good morning. Oi to Debbie Ilskirk from sunny Liverpool. Everywhere seems to be sunny. Oi there, Janet Barker from a sunny Taunton. Yes, okay. It appears the entire country is in sun, apart from the port of Southampton. Oh, there's Sherry Hancroft. Whoever owns Zen doesn't have to worry about money. That's probably a true statement. Spending 300 or 400 million on a super yacht.
Good morning. Away from 37. I go away now for Iona.
Good morning, Mike. Yep, I'll receive. Thank you.
Oh, that was a radio message from one of our local tugs, the Eston. Apparently, she's off to accept Iona as well. So we could have quite a few tugs giving a water spray. Oh, there's someone, I know someone asked a question earlier if Iona will have tugs bringing her in. You shouldn't do. There's no wind. Most cruise ships are able to dock without tugs unless the wind's particularly high. But I imagine there is supposed to be a water salute coming up the coming up Southampton water. So, even if we can get to see Iona, we might be hidden behind a wall of water from the tugs. It's just one of those days. Currently, she's now round Cowshot Spit, coming up to the tanker refueling port. Just it's here. You can just see.
Red Jet 7 to receive, thank you. The Iona now just approaching SO. Inbound, and the blue fin of the reach going to be dredging just off of SO now.
Even the chap from the radio was just saying the Iona is just approaching the terminal. So probably behind those ships you can see, which is a couple of orange lights on. Behind those, I can't see. Thought I could see something, but I think it's a dirty mark on my monitor. Oh, ahoy there, Carl Runciman. You are much appreciated, shipmate. He's a shipmate experiencing rain. Excellent, that's what. Boy, there is Sana. You saw her yesterday from my bedroom in Bexhill in the far distance. Oh, excellent. You must have had some clear weather then. Alex Brown, Iona is the largest cruise ship in the world. 5th largest.
Michelle, thank you. Good morning to you and have a safe crossing. Speak to you later, sir.
That's good to know. She's certainly a very large ship, that's for sure. Oh, there's Sherry Hancroft. Weather clearing at the docks. I think we're in sort of one of those waves at the moment. I'm just hoping this wave get to see Iona. Ahoy there, T Tucker 74. Looks like she's having a nice escort of 2 tugs and a police vessel. Yes, that's right. There are currently the harbour master down there. P Bitfire. Ermac. It's party tugs coming on port and starboard bows. Imagine there'll be water salute if that's going ahead. Oh, boy, there's Steve C from Basingstoke. Glad you didn't tell me that. Oh, ahoy there, Jackie T.
BTS Red Eagle, departing Royal Fair. Permission to come up to speed and departure, please.
Ready to return, sir. That's all received, sir. Clear to proceed. We've got the Zen just backed out of the ocean dock. He's going to be proceeding up to the docks. The Iona is passing SO now, inward bound with the escort tugs. And the UKD Bluefin at the hook will be dredging off of there, sir.
That's all received. Thank you very much.
Yeah, as you can see, the weather is just not helpful today at all.
Eagle Zen. Zen, Red Eagle, good morning.
Yeah, you push on. We'll just sit here for a minute. We're not going anywhere, so you carry on, no problem at all.
Thanks very much for that, sir. I'll push straight over to the Reds anyway.
Then is the super yacht we see.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Request for the STI classic down from 403, and I'll be
Yeah, that's all received, no problem, sir. Yeah, due away at 9:30.
I think we've just had...
Yeah, that's fine, sir, no problem. Just the local ferries.
I think we've just managed to secure that break. You can see one of those waves. We're just in the gap of one of the waves now. And the light is falling on Iona. And there we go, from the front. It's really, really clearing up quite quickly. Hopefully those little pocket of clear weather will stay with us. Iona comes up. Ahoy there, Philip Hall. Really excited. Can't wait to be sailing on it. Is there, oh, that's a good question, actually. Are there any shipmates on board who have booked on the Iona? Actually, I don't know when the first sailing of Iona with passengers is. First passenger ship, cruise ship with passengers on, sailing out of the port of Southampton, will be on Thursday, May the 20th, and that's the MSC Virtuosa. We'll be leaving from the other side of Mayflower Park. I'll certainly be live streaming that. Scheduled to leave at 7 in the evening, which means it will be light. If any shipmates are on that, you should definitely give us a wave. I'll be looking for a few. I have seen there's a few people who said they're travelling. Ahoy there, David Bowden from much sunnier Norfolk. Yeah, well, I think someone has sensed their sun this way because it has opened up just in time. Originally, I was going to live stream from a speedboat coming up the water and possibly get the drone out, but I had to cancel those plans as the weather was very poor. In fact, there was thunder and lightning forecast for this morning, and I don't really fancy being in a open-top speedboat in the middle of the water during a thunderstorm with a drone flying above me. Just, yeah, I'm all for a little bit of danger, but that sounds too much danger for my liking. Normally, we wouldn't have a Roro parked here blocking the view, but rest assured, shipmates, Iona will be coming around the corner shortly. Get a much better view. Just coming up Southampton Water at the moment, and even though Southampton Water does look fairly straight, they do have to turn port slightly now, as she's just coming past the S. Oh, with the David Smith, you're doing your first transatlantic cruise on our Riva in January 2023. God, they're booking up these cruises a long way in advance, aren't they? Ahoy there, Sherry. Handcroft. It's going to take more than a week on Iona days to find her way around. Yes, I would imagine it might take quite a while to find your way around Iona. Iona is in fact almost as long as the Queen Mary 2. Quite a big ship. Iona is 344 meters long. The Queen Mary 2 is 345 meters long. Or if they built her just to come in under the Iona's length, sorry, underneath the Queen Mary 2's length, or if that was approximate cost of Iona was $950 million. Of course, originally she should have been sailing on her maiden voyage last year, but of the pandemic, things have changed. See, now she's just starting to turn to port. Still quite some distance from the camera. We're in the region of 4 to 5 miles away. Gives you some idea why the rain knocks the visibility so much, because we are looking a very long way away. Capacity on board Iona is 5,206 passengers. A crew of 1,762. There's a sister ship to the Iona, Riva, due to be in service next year. We'll have another fanfares and exciting time when we get a large ship. I think I can just about see the water sprays going on in the bottom left-hand corner of the picture. So she's getting the water salute already. Once turns a little bit more and comes past this annoyingly blocking row, we'll have a much better view. According to P&O's website, the Iona has been designed specifically British cruise market in mind. Don't know what this means with regards to design. There's pubs on board or something. Better selection of rum. I hope you're getting a much clearer view now. Can you see that water spray just from, that must be from It's a Hearty, I think, supplying the water spray on the starboard side. Lomax is over spraying on the port side. I can't quite see. Ahoy there, Colin Kwitsky. No horns. Not as yet. No, not as yet. Would imagine as soon as we get closer there will be. Oh, that reminds me. That's a very good point, actually. I must see if I can... I don't have sound on this camera. Do need to add in sound from somewhere else. No. Do that, because the port cam does pick up sound. We'll just have to switch to port cam later, I think. Still getting to grips with all this streaming software and streaming things. It's a great deal more complicated than anticipated. And of course, it's very difficult to practice until I'm actually doing a live stream, and then I think, oops, this all, I need that. Give it a go, though. We can do. Concentrating. I'm just seeing if I can connect up a mic, the sound from port cam. I think it may be beyond my ability to do it while I'm broadcasting. Ah, ahoy there, Nigel Herring. Horns when she passes these cows. Oh, there you go. So it's very likely we'll get some horns then. We'll certainly hear them when I switch to port cam. My technical issues. Ahoy there, Emma Harrison. Having a quick sneaky look. bridge of this Ro-Ro, which get the Monza Express came in early this morning, I think on purpose, to block my view. The bridge of the Monza Express is particularly annoying. But it's right behind the crane, so it's alright, we can sort that out later. Ahoy there, Brian, cleverly. Looking forward to the maiden cruise. Indian variant permitting. Yes, it's disturbing news, isn't it? Sure what's going to happen in the future, but it'd be nice to try and see things getting slightly back to normal. Well, we certainly have the maiden cruise of the MSC Virtuoso with passengers on board on Thursday, leaving at about 7 o'clock in the evening. We'll be live streaming that. Just remind me, shipmates, actually, if you want to be notified of these live streams, if you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell. Then when I go live, you'll be notified. And it's a bit variable with the timings. Departures are a lot more reliable. The cruise ships seem to depart more or less exactly the right time. Arrivals, though, more problematic. So if I'm doing an arrival, I just want to hit that notification bell. You can definitely see some water sprouts going on. There. Lomax here in front of us. Quite a good spray going on there. Yes, indeed. A good old spray. The other day we had a different tug doing the water spray, but I think the Lomax has the biggest firefighting capacity. It's normally based down with the SO fueling terminal, so I'm guessing that's she's got powerful firefighting features. Yes, I was thinking, I see there's a question about droning there. They're going past me a little fast. I was anticipating droning, but weather is not particularly good at the moment. Try the droning, but I might try and sneak out just as she gets into port. So, if I disappear during this live commentary, it's because I've gone out to do a spot of droning. It's still some distance at the moment from port. I have a quick flick over to port cam. See that she's not even visible yet from the main part of the port. Cruise cam has a fantastic zoom lens allowing us to see all the way from right back in port down to the Isle of Wight. And as you can see, the conditions have cleared up quite nicely. I am very impressed with Lomax's water salute. By far and away the biggest water salute. See the harbour master coming up with his lights flashing. Also one of the ferries. Wight. If you could time your crossing to the Isle of Wight with the arrival of the cruise ship, you've done a fantastic job. You'd have best view in the house there. Although I might suggest you go indoors as it gets closer to the water salute, otherwise you might get a little wet. Wouldn't even be rainwater, it'd be proper seawater. started to get. It really has opened up quite nicely, the weather. In good timing. It's the Tug Lomax on the left, right of our screen. Big water spray. It's the Hearties on the left-hand side. Ahoy there, Jax number 3. Your 8-year-old Oscar is very excited. He can't wait to start cruising again. Good to know. There's a lot of people very excited about the fact that cruising starting again. A lot of people have missed it. No real cruise ships for over a year now. Real cruises. Even if someone's asking a question about sound, even if I had the sound on, it's probably a little too far away to hear from this distance. You must remember she's still 4 or 5 miles away. Click the port cam. I don't think there's much sound being picked up there. It's difficult for me to tell. Unusually, there's not. Often you get quite an array of pleasure craft following in a new cruise ship, especially arrival in port with the water sprays, but that doesn't seem to be happening today. That water slip so wide. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Yeah, just in front of us is the ocean terminal. That is where eventually Iona will dock, and we'll have a really good view of Iona when she's docked in ocean terminal. All that point, I think we could just be grateful for the break in the weather. I'm just going to have a quick pop outside and assess weather conditions. See if a drone is viable. Can't drone in the rain, but I may well be able to drone in this weather at the moment. I've just checked the weather conditions. Dry with a sort of hint of drizzle in the air, so it is a miss for a spotter droning, so I'm not sure. Wait and feel. Yeah, I think we've been super lucky here with the weather. It just has opened up nicely. Get off. Good. First good view of Iona. Sahati giving the water salute on the starboard side, and the Lomax giving a water salute on the port side. She's currently steaming up Southampton water about sort of 8 or 10 knots, that sort of region. She'll come into the dock, which got slowed down to 6 knots, and then she'll turn and come into Ocean Terminal right in front of us. We'll get to see a bit of a turn and a spin. Get to see it from sort of not both sides necessarily, but we'll see the front and the back. Pointy bit and the blunt bit. So you can see a helicopter up there as well. Big news event. Unfortunately, we're going to lose sight of the Iona for a brief period while she goes behind another Ro-Ro. Iona was completed last year and due to part on a maiden voyage last year, but obviously the pandemic has prevented that. She has a tonnage of 184,000 gross tons, which even though she's almost identical length to the Queen Mary 2, the Queen Mary 2 is only 149,000 tons, so quite a bit larger in volume and a great deal more passengers. Yeah, it's probably a good opportunity to tell you, well, I don't think she'll be visible quite yet on port cam. You might see this water spray from Lomax. No, not yet. Very good opportunity to tell you if you do want to keep up with the live streams here, channel, especially with the first cruise ship with passengers going out, MSC Virtuosa on Thursday, May the 20th. Just think about subscribing and then hit the notification bell and be notified when there's a live stream going. It's a little difficult with arrivals of ships when the live streams will go live because weather conditions and ship movements. Departures are a little more reliable. And Philip Wheeler, welcome aboard, shipmate. Good to have you on board. A little more reliable with departures than arrivals. You even see how impressive Lomax's water salute is. Very visible. The Ocean Terminal is this big civil building that's right in front of us, and that's eventually where she will end up docking. Also, the dock head, in the terminal. Quick switch over here to the port camera. You can see at the Ocean Terminal down there in the bottom of the picture, there is a stage set up for the ceremony this evening. There is a chap there that will be singing. Might be on board or something, some barlow chap. And the ceremony will be broadcast live by P&O, but only to those that have a link. I think it's a bit of a shame. Yes, we've got that Ro-Ro in the way, obscuring our view slightly. Once the Iona comes around the dockhead, we'll have a much better, clearer view, and also we'll have mix and match the view. Oh, I haven't looked in the chat for a while. What's going on? Ah, Spudlog says, just heard the horn on port cam. Good, good, good. You're out improving the sound on the cameras. A little difficult trying to pick up the sound in the distance. Rather a challenge. Ahoy there, Mark Castle. Where's Britannia? Britannia is at the far end of the docks. Britannia is up at this end of the docks. That's the MSC Virtuoso you can see on the right-hand side of the screen. And the HMM Oslo at the far end. And Britannia's up between those two. Oh, Joseph Gillett, who will be the ship's godmother? That's a good question. It is, got a name now, the lady that runs Hayes Travel. Godmother. Passes me by just. Like Lomax is providing a massive water salute here. I don't think I'd want a drone. I'll probably get taken out by the bugs with their water salutes. The Iona's getting quite close now to the dockhead. The dockhead is, see this grain silo on the side of the screen. Oh, it's a speed limit reduction to 6 knots. Area of the ports. Just about getting the water spray from Lomax coming onto the port cam now. Get a much better view in seconds. Oh, hi there, Graham Phillips. You're on MSC Virtuoso on Thursday. Would you like me to host a camera on my balcony? Well, that's a good idea. If you could manage that, you could coordinate. That would be interesting to have a camera on your balcony. Sure thing. Contact me. If you look in the description, you'll find my email address somewhere. See on port cam there's a lot of helicopters buzzing around. Now they're providing some aerial footage. Sort of puts me off flying my drone when there's helicopters that low flying around. Just coming out from behind the grain silo now. I must say, definitely Lomax tug has by far the biggest water salute I've seen any of the tugs. Like she's leading the entrance into the ports. It's a bar gate, or sorry, it's a Hearty is dead, so down to the tug water spray now. See the blue colour. Lomax comes in. Just becoming visible on port cam now as well. we go back to port cam now, we can see Iona is now in port. And just in front of the Iona is the Queen Elizabeth II second terminal. The Iona will come towards us. She'll turn around just right in front of us, give us a nice little twirl. Then she'll be reversing back into Ocean Terminal. Did I say reverse? Actually, yes, she will be reversing. Yeah. I think you should be able to hear some horns going now. She's a bit closer to the camera to pick up the sound. Iona is in port for a little while now. I've not found out when the first cruise is. It was in June sometime. I know a shipmate did tell me. An awful lot of information with the ships coming and going at the moment. I can't keep on top of it all. It's suddenly, now that the pandemic is lifting, it's suddenly really picked up in port. Maiden arrivals, inaugural arrivals, maiden voyages. It's all got very exciting very quickly. So I think you want to keep informed, shipmates, of what's going on. Just do think about subscribing and hitting the notification bell, because then when there's a live stream coming up, be notified. That's the stage down there in the bottom right hand corner of the screen for the naming ceremony. Now we're going to get our first good view of the bow of the Iona. I see the name is placed very largely on the bow there, just in quite low. Low. Port cam here, we can see Harbour Master leading the parade by the tug Lomax. A couple of other tugs. It's a Bargate, yes. The Iona will come towards us. She'll be slowing down at the moment. Then she'll reverse stern first. Cruise terminal. Back to the Ocean Cruise Terminal was the first location where the departure point of the Titanic. Of course, as we'd expect, the Iona is looking very sharp, clean. Interesting arrangement of the lifeboats here, I'm noticing. They're actually hanging over the side. I think you probably all heard that. That was the Iona giving a welcome to port hoot. See the helicopter's still there, buzzing around. I did want to get out with my drone, but I've probably decided not to. The weather is a bit still hit and miss, as I can feel dampness in the air and it could rain any moment, and so I can't really afford to be losing another drone. I've already lost one drone. A bird strike, so safely indoors for the moment. But I'm sure there'll be some video to come drone-wise when she starts maiden voyage with passengers on board. Still giving quite the water salute there from Lomax. Oh, there, Nigel Warren. Great looking ship. Yeah, very, very sharp. I do like the Union Jack emblazoned on the bow. P&O's signature element across all of their ships. And he looks the part. Oh, ahoy there, Sottenbush. Raining heavily in North Southampton. That was my fear. That was my fear about taking the drone up. I had a quick look outside, and been incredibly lucky having this little break in the waves of weather that have been coming up Southampton water. Thought up getting it drone wet doesn't bode well. Oh, ahoy there, Anne Hare. The Pineapple crew are getting excited for our cruises now. Yeah, I think it's definitely in progress, isn't it? This is definitely time for get excited about those cruises. Certainly do get on board Iona. I imagine you'll be in for quite the trip. Total number of passengers on board Iona are 5,206. It's quite a large vessel indeed. I'm not sure about how many bars are on board. I think we can be rest assured there will be an adequate number of bars and restaurants to fill all of our requirements. There's a jolly bit more hooting there from Iona. As I was saying, gross tonnage of Iona is 184,000 gross tonnage. It makes her larger than Queen Mary 2, but not quite as long as the Queen Mary 2. Beam of 3 metres. Has a service speed of 17 knots. The trend world of cruise ships lately has been to reduce the speed of the cruise ships. Impact on the environment. Fuel. And indeed it looks like Iona has indeed. Looks like the Iona has indeed picked up a tug. A manoeuvre, I'm guessing. Lomax is now probably getting anyone who's watching at the end of Town Quay Pier a bit of a dosing. And it has started raining again. So, although I was very tempted to go droning, I probably made the correct decision. It's a real challenge droning. Weather, real problem, especially here in the port. Especially here in the ports, weather changes very quickly. Often be a lot windier. Dissipate. A little closer at Iona, we can see the shipmates on board there in the well deck, waiting to assist in the berthing of Iona. Like some of the ships we've had in recently, there's no rust to be expected. Brand new. Bit more honking from Iona. It also appears we have a tug at the rear as well. If you live in the port of Southampton and were hoping for a nice lie-in on Sunday morning, I think you out of luck this morning. Graham Phillips, if no email description, if you go to my YouTube channel and click about, there is an email description there, or just email captain@ahoyshipmate.com. So either captain@ahoyshipmate.com, or you can click the link about YouTube channel. Colin Quinsky, how come Britannia isn't responding to a sister ship? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Often ships respond to each other. Don't have dog or children waking you up Sunday morning. 344 metres of cruise ship waking you up, honking its horn. No, you see in the far distance here, I've just noticed that's over in Hythe. There's a massive crowd over in Hythe. The arrival. That's a not a bad spot to go cruise ship watching. The other place probably is Town Quay Pier. Of course, the best place to do your cruise ship watching is here. Solent Ships YouTube channel. Get to subscribe, that notification bell, and then next time there's live stream going ahead, you'll be notified. Don't know, hear me over the horns. Just out of interest, the super yacht we saw earlier, the super yacht Zen, she's just backed up into port for a bit. Look, Iona. One of the exciting things about the Port of Southampton, we do have a massive variety of vessels in port. They're from the largest container ships in the world to the largest cruise ships in the world, to some of the most expensive super yachts in the world. Imagine Iona's getting very near to position now. In fact, it looked like she's coming around. I don't think the tugs are actually doing a great deal of work here. It'll be more Iona of tugs. Right. Rain has come back again. Rather reminds me of the day at the cricket match. Normally there is a system for the horn messages. They mean different things depending how many noises they make on the horn. Last of the horn. Couldn't quite tell you that message. Go back to the stern here. You can see we have rain here, but over in Hythe it's looking sunny again. Really just coming in waves, and see the tug there. It's actually doing a great deal on the stern. Ahoy there, Gemma Harris. Morning to everyone, indeed. Morning to you. And she's a beauty. I'd say she's certainly quite striking. More in the elegant line than perhaps some of the cruise ships that have a lot of board activities. Some of them look like floating music parks. Or they're easily aimed to travel on board. Yes, ahoy there, Suttonbush. Yes, we do need a camera in Portsmouth. In fact, I'm always on the lookout for cameras. So if you do know of a camera location somewhere in the Southampton, Solent area, somebody who might be willing to let me host a camera with a view of the water, don't hesitate to me a line. At the moment, coverage is more or less limited to the port down Southampton Water. I'd like to expand more to the Solent and around to Portsmouth, maybe onto Isle of Wight even. I think someone mentioned that she's overdoing it with the horns. I think I saw that message go past. Yes. But I think if there was ever an opportunity to have a extra blast of your horn, inaugural visit to the Port of Southampton, home place you. Of course, this is the first time we're seeing Iona Port. We'll be leaving tomorrow at 11. Where she's off to port, and then she'll be back on the 17th and here in port for quite a bit longer, out on the 25th of May. And perhaps the 25th of May will be her first voyage with passengers on board. certainly have had a lucky break with the weather because it was very poor. Only came from Southampton waterline break. Looks to me like there's potentially some sort of disco or nightclub on the top there, only some domed roof. See here how variable the weather is. We've got quite a dark cloud over us with the rain. Prevented me from phoning. Ahoy there, G Holiday 2. We want the Oriana back, please. Yes, you submit your request to, you know. If you're out there doing a bit of ship spotting at the end of Towkey Pier, you'd have a great view. Probably also be good. Thanks. It's a Bargate is pulling back Iona. Normally the cruise ships can manoeuvre under their own control. They have what's called a azipod drive system, which propellers at the rear can spin in different directions. They also have multiple propellers at the rear, and they have a number of bow thrusters as well. Front round. Imagine it's probably just a bit of a caution today. The weather, the wind. Yes, ahoy there, Leah Jackson. Yeah, she's coming into Ocean Terminal. Oh, ahoy there, Janet Horton. You have to leave, sadly. Thank you for the coverage. Oh, no problem. I think you've probably seen the best bits. And we can just check, and it does say Iona on the back as well. Do have the right ship. Registered in Port Southampton, of course. Usual, we have too many ports. Too many ships registered here at port. At some point, if you ever do get to go on a cruise, certainly got some excellent views of the ship. We can probably be able to see you on the balcony waving away. Quite a bit of sun over there in the forest. It really has been a tricky day. Originally, I was planning live streaming from a speedboat coming up Southampton Water. Weather was not looking very good to abandon those plans. Seems like there's still plenty of hooting going on out there. Tug. It's a Lomax tug. Is she still out there water spraying? And if we look on the red Kestrel, I can see there's a few chaps on the red Kestrel there. This is the red and white ferry just on the bottom left corner of the screen. They've got a front row view of Iona coming in. you know, see a shipmate on the stern there. I've also noticed the tug Lomax ceased the water salute. The Iona versus nicely terminal. There'll be a naming ceremony this evening. Singer chap, Barlow chap, he's going to be on singing away, and it's going to be live streamed. There were a few people I noticed roundabouts. Down here at the bottom of the screen is Town Key Marine. I saw some people there watching earlier. I think the weather has made that difficult. Certainly stopped me flying my drone. And you can just see there at the stern of Iona is the area where the ceremony is going to be taking place this evening. Ahoy there, accidental fire, 184,000 gross tons. Holy cow, indeed. Holy cow, indeed. Some of the largest cruise ships are in the sort of 220, 30,000 gross ton range, so she's certainly not the largest. She has been designed for the British cruise market. Don't quite know what that entails, designing ship specifically for the British crew. Perhaps it means that there is a kettle in every room. Be quite likely, wouldn't it? Yes. One needs red barrel in the bar. Ahoy there, Michael Inshore. Great ship. Can't wait to go on board. Yes, I agree. Go on board again. Jonah Walsh. Ahoy there, shipmates. Godmother is Dame Irene Hayes, yes. Yes, that's a good point. She's the godmother. Will she be naming the ship? I think that's normally the way. Oh, ahoy there, the lucky Joenga. 53, never been on a cruise in your life. Neither is your husband. And to change this as soon as we can. Well, certainly a lot of opportunity. Port of Southampton is the premier cruise ship port in the UK. Oh, ahoy there, Newsco 100. British cruise market equals lots of food. Ah, really? There we go then. That's what's defined. So it's probably got a larger buffet area. Bigger frozen store of chips. Don't know. I do have a connection. Oh, the rain is coming down again. I do have a connection for one of the cruise lines. promises next time he's in port, he's try and get me on board for a little VIB tour of the bridge. Oh, ahoy there. Dale Derbyshire, you've just received your link for the naming ceremony. Excellent. I'm sure you'd enjoy that. Oh, someone else has just got their link as well. Mark Hanson just got my link for tonight's show. Excellent. A few people getting their links for the naming ceremony this evening. Ahoy there, Dave Seddon. Watley's Red Barrel. Oh, such bad memories. A throwback to the past, that, isn't it? Watley's Red Barrel. That rain is really coming down. No, but might have been my eyes, but I thought I saw some lightning. Like I say earlier, I was planning to live stream from the speedboat coming up Southampton Water with live streaming from the drone as well, but I had to cancel that. But we will be having live stream for the MSC Virtuose leaving on Thursday, May the 20th, and she'll be the first cruise ship from the port of Southampton with passengers on board, leaving approximately 7 o'clock in the evening. So if you like to be notified of up and coming live streams, and of course when I go live, the problem with the ships is they don't always leave on time. In fact, sometimes they leave early. I have to start the live stream early, so if you subscribe and hit that notification bell, then when I go live you'll know as well. And it looks to me, shipmates, like couldn't have picked a better place to watch the arrival of the Iona than from the comfort of your own home. That weather has really arrived again with force. Yeah, that's quite horrendous. That's a sort of weather where I would lose my drone. The big silver building you can see just at the bottom of the screen is the Ocean Terminal. This is the favoured terminal, I would say, of the Queen Mary 2. She's typically here. And get a really good view on cruise cam. So if you are departing or arriving, of course, at Port of Southampton, the Ocean Terminal, you got to give us a wave. And if you probably give me some indication as roughly where you are on the ship, I'll see if I can zoom in if you fancy a little close-up. Port cam, we can see that Iona's just slipping in nicely. I would imagine by the time she's fully docked, you'll probably just be able to see the Union Jack livery on the bow out from behind the Harbour House clock, which, in case you're wondering, not telling the right time. Don't mind one of the clocks not telling the right time. I find it particularly annoying there's 4 clocks there and none of them tell the right time. They all tell different times. Nightmare for someone who likes to know what the time is. Gosh, this heavy rain is even causing visibility at this short range to become difficult. Oh, ahoy there, Caroline Hill. Should have been on the Iona last July. Looking forward to next year. Yeah, that's really heavy rain. Oh, ahoy there, Joken McCurley. We'll watch the ceremony tonight. Wow, she is dwarfing Ocean Terminal. Yes. Agree, it's definitely dwarfing Ocean Terminal. And ahoy there, Anne Lambert. You've received your link as well. It looks like everyone's receiving their links for the live stream for tonight. Ahoy there, Mellow Yellow. Typical British weather for a new British ship. Yes. think probably what finer way than to have your inaugural visit to your home port in a cloud of rain. Ahoy there, Sutton Mush. Thanks for the great stream. No problem. No problem at all, shipmate. Of course, we'll be following Iona when she leaves, and we'll be following Iona maiden voyage with passengers likely later in the year. Ahoy there, Beanie. Yes, oh geez, the weather, indeed. Weather not been very successful for my plans. Best laid plans of mice and men, I guess. Oh, ahoy there, Amanda Salt. Just got your link for tonight. It seems like the links are all being sent out for this evening, so I hope you all enjoy that ceremony. I imagine that's going to be quite a interesting event. Normally they're fairly closed, but this is the future. Maybe the naming ceremonies will be streamed so that we can all enjoy them. They normally put on an amount of effort into the naming ceremony, so it seems a shame that they're so private. But perhaps that makes it less special. Everyone can get to watch it. Apparently Iona still has time for a bit more hooting. We can have a quick look on the bridge of the Iona. Up there will be the officers, captain of course, and there will be the pilot on board. The pilot is responsible for bringing the ship into dock. The pilot was picked up just off the east Nab area of the Isle of Wight. He's an expert in the local waters. Oh. Officers on board, like the ship manoeuvred. Right, well I think that's about it, shipmate. I shall obviously leave the stream going. I'm not going to go anywhere. We've seen her arrive safely our home port. If you want to be notified and kept up to date with all the upcoming live streams for the maiden voyages, watches, rivals. I'll even see yourself on one of the cameras if you're lucky. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The arrival of the MSC Virtuosa the other day was, weather-wise, was much better. We arrived in some sunny, cloudy weather, and it was really good as she came into port. Really sunny. Water loot was looking good. But by the time she docked, it actually turned a little dark. Aids coming in. Ahoy there, Andy Hearn. Britannia looked big against the terminal. Then we bought her a couple of years ago, Iona Dorset terminal. Yes, I agree. I'm not sure that we normally see the lifeboats of the terminal structure. in Iona is a bit bigger. If you are coming into the ocean terminal, this is a silver building you can see in front of us and taken up onto the ship. If you've never been cruising before, you may well come through Ocean Terminal, and it's not as busy as you may think. They are incredibly well organised. On very quickly. You have a different arrival times scheduled. A really slick operation, which it has to be, of course, when you've got in the region of the 5,000 passengers on board Iona. 5,000 passengers with luggage, of course. Oh, ahoy there, Charlie Terry. Where's Iona come from? She has come from Rotterdam. Sea trials in the North Sea. Yeah, disappointingly wet morning. But that's the advantage of having the live streaming cameras. I don't have to go out and drone. The rain. Well, thanks you all. Thanks shipmates for tuning in. And thanks of course to my blue spanners for managing the chat so well. And of course, thank you to my Patreon. Valuable patronage of the channel. And of course, thank you to the PayPal donors. Any funds received to this channel going into buying more equipment so I can expand the network. Content. Still verting backwards. It'll be interesting to see how much of Iona sticks out behind the clock tower at the other half. With some of the larger ships, just the hint of the bow. Oh no, I think it could well be a little bit more to the bow. Oh, ahoy there, David Kowalski. Can I zoom in on the left top decks to see the infinity pool? Give it a go. Stern. It's on the stern. One can tell me if I'm wrong, but is that the infinity pool? It looks like it to me. That should be swimming over the stern of the ship. It's like you with your disco lights going as well. You're allowed to be in the swimming pool and the ship is actually moving port. If so, you could wave from the swimming pool, the camera. Another first for the channel. Not only a wave from a cruise ship, but from a wave from a swimming pool on a cruise ship. Ahoy there, Alexander Victoria language. Thank you for the coverage. Wouldn't have been able to see this without it. Yes. I think the weather conditions today, best place to watch this stream was from the comfort of your own tube living room. Ahoy there, Liz Lane. You'll be watching tonight from your hot tub. Oh, that sounds like a much better place to be watching the live stream. A hot tub. Agree there. well organised. And it's still reversing into port. I'm hoping that there'll be a fair amount of bow sticking out. Rain is turning. Right then, shipmates. I should be calling that a day. Enjoyed this live stream. Please think about subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you'll all know what's happening in the future. All the up and coming events, especially for Thursday, May the 20th, which will be the MSC Virtuosa's maiden voyage out of the Southampton with passengers on board. Hopefully, I'll be trying to catch. There's quite a few of you on the channel that said you'll be on board and waving. Hopefully, I can catch you all doing that. But until next time, shipmates.
VHS, ready go northwest second information to Tyrone speaking.
Ready go VHS, that's all copy, just please, sir.
Thank you.
City Cardiff, VGS, good morning. City Cardiff, VGS, absolutely. Thank you, coming on the gauge at CalShot 2.59. UKD Bluefin there, just being gap outward bound. And the Palina, just at Lens Lake outward bound.
VHS, Slomax, Western Shelf for the Empress.
Slomax, VHS, always say so, thank you. so you've got a bluefin there just approaching the piece of outward bounds. Polina just passing SO outward bounds, and the Polina is clear channel over. Good morning, Fisher, VTS, good morning. Good Fisher, VTS, absolutely, sir. Thank you. Give me a call back once I'm underway, and I'll update you on any traffic movements over. VTS. Good morning again. Twister VTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you. Richard, 7 VTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you. At the Palina. Yeah. Just past the SA now, outward bound to the channel. Station calling VTS over. Annalise Teresa VTS, good morning. Annalise Teresa VTS, negative, so but if you could give the pilots a call on channel 09, they'll be able to find out any prospects for you over. Today now, VTS will receive, sir. Thank you. Good off, Mavic. Yes, that's all copy, man. Thank you. Seats are diving speech, yes. Seats are diving speech, yes. That's all copied and, yeah, confirm all permits are in place. So just give me a call back when your diver enters the water and when your diver leaves the water. Port Alpha, yes. Port Alpha, yes, that's all received, sir. Thank you. Okay, 7 VTS, all copy, just please, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Complete official VTS, that's all copy, sir. Thank you, the STI Clapham to the east of the Net Tower, the water channel outward bound. Red Falcon VTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you.
Details, Red Eagle, shortly departing road pier. Permission to come up to speed and departure, please.
Ready, got me checked. That's all received, sir. Thank you. Got the city of Cardiff approaching the East Bramble North Channel.
That's received, thank you very much.